Mistake at the back by Basford, and Dan O'Brien snuck in and scored a really nice goal.
Yeah, we started well. Even from there, I thought we could have got the second when Pratty's had a big chance. Good defender from there, lad. To be fair, I thought we were even out of possession first half. I thought we were in control. We had them in the areas of the pitch that we wanted them. Anything that was going along, our centre halves were dealing with. But a big highlight of the opposition was stop Reed shooting. He's got a sweet left foot. Could James have done better? Probably. I need to see it back. But he picked up that little pocket, and from there, I'd say first half overall I was quite happy with. In general, it was the second half. I was a bit disappointed with the second half. Big part of our identity is just the intensity of our play, and the defending wasn't intense enough. The third goal was a shocker for me in terms of we didn't lay a finger on them. But fair play, the lads have dragged themselves back into the game. But we're up against a big, strong, experienced side who I think will be up there come the end of the season. But I've spoken with our lads, we've got to learn, and we've got to learn quick, because it's a ruthless league, and we've got a big chunk of the season in the first 2-3 months.
Well, the goals, the Basford goals, they all came from mistakes, essentially, today. And it's sort of the eternal question of management, I suppose. How do you iron out these mistakes that just creep in every now and again?
You can't. It's up to the players there. I mean, we put the players on the pitch, so ultimately it's back to the management. So if mistakes keep happening, players don't play. So it's one game. It's one game. I'm not going to dissect it completely. The games are coming thick and fast. We'll do our video work on it on Monday, see where we could have improved, and show the players that, and highlight the good things we did as well. We just need a little bit more control in the game. I think it was a little bit rushed. Even the first goals come from probably one of our only bits of play within the first 15 minutes, where we've got the ball down and we've actually played it into Paddy, who's trying to create the goal. From there, everything was just a little bit rushed, and we tried to address it at half time, and we got a little bit more play, but lacked that intensity. We're a fit bunch. I don't know, I need to see why they look more intense in the second half.
Well, looking at the positives, I mean, we thought Liam Tong was excellent today. We gave him the high man of the match. That's something you'd concur with.
Tongy, I've said it with him, Tongy is brilliant at getting on second balls. It's what he does with it from there.
Yeah.
So, like I said, the first goal, Tongy's won the second ball, he's played the ball to Paddy, and we've got an opportunity again. The centre midfielders rushed it slightly, so we couldn't get our wide men on the ball when we won the ball back, because every time we won the ball, we give it away. So they had a little bit more control of the game within that aspect. He did well. The second half we spoke with him, and he made the right decisions in terms of that. But like him and all the players, the last half an hour disappointed me. Just the intensity was almost like we were hoping someone else would do it, and no one really grabbed hold of the game.
How's Jack Dyche doing? Because he went down about 15 minutes into the game. It looked like, I don't know, did someone land on top of him?
Yeah, they've landed on top. It's his ribs, so I'll speak with the physio now. I don't think it looks good for Tuesday. That's a problem when you get injuries at this time of season. Later on in the season, they might miss 1 or 2 games on a week-to-week basis, but because we're Saturday, Tuesday, Mondays are in there as well, it could be 2-3 games. I don't know. I'll speak to the physio. I haven't spoken with him following the game yet.
His replacement was Louis White, who had, maybe fair to say, an eventful afternoon. He scored his first goal for the club on his debut, and then got sent off right at the end there. Towards it seemed like a harsh second yellow. What was your view of it?
I think they were both harsh. With Louis, just a little bit of naivety in terms of it was a starting position, just 2 or 3 yards off, which is why why they've forced the fouls. He's committed 2 fouls in the whole game, and he's been sent off. It's not a sending off, but listen, a lot went against us with the referee today, but that's not an excuse. We had 90 minutes of the game of football without the referee's decisions, but I'd like to see the free kick count. I think it'll be well in their favour. What I would say was probably a 50-50 game in terms of what it should have been.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, we've touched on the mistakes and all that, but it didn't seem like there was a lot in it between the two teams. We've got a very young, quite inexperienced side, I suppose, but they battled out there, and they didn't look overawed by it, really. They competed, and they got
First half for me, there wasn't anything between the two teams. It was a second half, and when teams turn the screw a little bit, we lack the intensity to stop them playing through us, and that's a big part of our game. So that's something that I'll be heavily focusing on in the next couple of days with the video work, because like I said, the third goal, you can't have a third goal like that where they played through us, no one's laid a finger on them, cross, goal, and within 3-4 passes, I don't think we've got within 2-3 yards, and we need that intensity to stop them. The danger signs are there. We need more of it.
It was an odd one actually how it came about, because it was a clearance by Galinski and it went flying out, almost adjacent with the edge of the penalty area, but the throw was taken in front of the dugouts. It's like, we've had another 20 yards.
Yeah, the third one was a free kick. It's come from the start of the second, right? Yeah, the third one's a free kick, I believe, where again the 7 they've got some wise players. He bought the free kick halfway line, but listen, it wasn't a free kick, but there was more to that. We had chances to stop that, so forget about the referee. That was through our poor defending.
Looking forward, we've got FC United on Tuesday night, who they've not had the start they would have wanted, or I don't think expected today. They lost 3-2
I heard you.
down at Grantham, and it's so finely poised, that game now. It sort of I'm really looking forward to it, actually.
I think everyone is. It's one of the grounds you look to at the beginning of the fixtures, like, oh, we can't wait to go there. So some of our lads want to play in front of a crowd like that. It's going to be a great experience for them. Today will stand us in good stead. It's our first game of the season. A lot of new players playing together. Pre-season's gone very smoothly, but I said this last week, probably too smoothly. So when you've got to deal with the setbacks, who rises above when they are turning the screw a little bit, which we haven't really had against us. Listen, we organised the fixtures, we were let down with a couple of games where we were hoping to be on the end of something like we've seen today, second half. Who stands up and who's counted? And that'll be a good experience, taking that from today and moving forward with it.
We've got goals in us, though. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Yeah, we have. Listen, we know what we've got at the top end of the pitch, and we know what we haven't got. And Pratty will score goals, but we can't get control of a game through a centre forward who's always going to hold the ball up. We haven't got that. We haven't got the financial power to go and get one of them. We've got what we've got, so we've got to find another way. And today our way was getting on the second balls and playing the ball into our wingers' feet. We didn't do that today, for whatever reason. I'll touch on that with the lads, but that's part of the learning process, and I'd expect us to be better on Tuesday with that, and definitely the intensity of our play.
I'll just hand over to Luke.
No, I mean, well, the buzzwords we had after the game were, again, naivety and experience. They just knew how to use the experience more than us, didn't we? And times at the end when you're forcing it, weren't you? And Basford were comfortable.
Yeah, again, a little bit disappointing. The last 10 minutes I thought we got into some good areas of the pitch, but again, you say forcing it, was a naive in terms of making something happen. They were thinking, I'll just stick the ball in the box here and hope someone else makes it happen. We know what we've got. We're going to get this at times this season, but I trust the players to get us where we want to be in the league. So there is going to be games at times where people are going to question the experience and the naivety, but on the other side of it, you've got an intensity that I'd expect a lot better with the younger players, which I'd expect that's what we're looking at. And on the other side of it, we've got legs everywhere. So I said I was disappointed with the last half an hour. That was my biggest disappointment today, the last half an hour, in terms of our legs and intensity. So it's something I'll look at, because I'd back ourselves in terms of the training's been good. Maybe first day nerves, I don't know. I'll have a look at the video and I'll assess that.
And finally, Dave, the only way you get experience and get rid of the naivety is to play. And, this is going to be a great learning experience for a lot of the players out there today, young lads, and the first real taste of a full season at senior football.
Yeah, the boys are going to get an opportunity to put a stamp on themselves getting into the team. So there's 3, 4, 5 games. I'm not going to say one game, right, you're out the team now. They need that opportunity, young players need an opportunity, so they're going to get that. But at the same time, there's a big chunk of the season happening now, and we've got to look at winning games of football now. So players will get time to learn, but it comes a point where, right, it's got to start sinking in now, because if it doesn't, we've got to start looking elsewhere. We've got to get players in who know how to win games of football. So the idea is for these boys to do it themselves. I spoke with them there about it, where we're not ranters and ravers in the dressing room, but we'll be ruthless